In a bloody Odea my manche mamimba. Ingani awola woboshe womboe womboshe.
Ifọdụ ole dochi wọsọtụ pịa Teshie ni nọnụ ba na ekwu bapụta nọnụ ọdụ na ji kadi ishe Homowo neke mi ishe kenyamu akayo chi akatum ke plan yi nyase ochi enyo bemi ni wọshani ye wo mami wana ke gidigidi fi o baba manjanu atrotoi afunke atrotoi bemi ni ape ní wọ̀nyáfi ànùpá bọ́ní sani àbàlẹ̀ kẹbà rẹ̀ fẹ́ lòtú èmi tó ẹni bù náà lórí ìbàdìsẹ̀ ó tún náà ẹ̀fẹ́ hàmù kẹ nàgbà ẹ̀hà ní Teshie mẹjàchàmì fẹ́ gbéyè irú ẹmu mọ màá bí lèwọ Homowo lẹ tètè ẹgbọn jàìlẹ fẹ́ mẹfọ ẹjàkẹ àmì jàtúnyìn màmùsì ní lọpọlẹ alo mẹni bá pẹ ní báàgì àmì jàfẹ yẹba gbéyè mímú àmì. N'ihe meni no enyo ame hime ami le fe po ake noni ba eji wale sani ihe ami po ke due ademe nye ha ni wo wule awo ino wọ́n fi di ooo nígbẹ̀tọ̀ àkóbé ní ọ̀kẹ́kẹ́ ẹ̀mẹ́ ní yàn jẹ́pẹ́ pé sọ́mọ́ lẹ́nu nílẹ̀ wọ́n lò sí ọ̀kẹ́kẹ́ àmì nígbẹ̀tọ̀ àkóbé pẹ̀. Àmì ìsúnmọ́ ẹ̀ àmì ìdọ́nu. N'ihe ma ndị fe anaghị ake afache aka tụrụ ya wie oke mgbe paadị kegbe n'ihe Teshie mee nke jenkoji ejuefe ana ali ake usani bane sani anye ni akuna eji ake bafe otu enyo dani abala gbemni wọnú asẹ́sọ́kù ake mẹ́kùmẹ́ ẹ̀tọ́ àmìyí ake àmìbàrà fìté alo àmìbàrà fẹ́ ní fún yẹ afilẹ̀m ní ẹnẹ́ ìwọ wọ̀wọ́ sàdé ní ẹ̀nù pa ṣe wọ̀ṣẹ́fòyì ní wọ̀yàbọ̀ àmì àlùfòyì kẹ́ máa búlọ̀ ẹ̀ àmàní ake mọ́níwọ́dún ní we were Sani Apuna. I'm not afraid that my Buloila help what Nashibo Ake. I'm about to be down to no phone to call Akapa. Yeah, about them. Hey, war. None close to it. I'm not afraid like war. How are you back? You were phone in the watcher, who may. New York man said to a foul fishing. A tumble. The may well walk to me, Connie, I'm about fat away. Ni, okay, I feel like. Before, no, the Ochi, like a market. Boy, no, really, Bashashi. And by fat away, he was shot peppery. He was shot to bar. What I wouldn't lay ever peppery me. No, what boy, you bet. One, okay, to me, phone. I've been there, I've been there. To a phone. The woman Teshie ni ehi kwa loko ehi femo. Choka wana ake moni nye ikupika ni keshani ake tu wako namla huko binante akada de komeche ni chake atwa na letu. Obre nawo boy na ni pay emu mami egbele jimini ani obi oyi ake te balete ni Teshie manche ni mamomi yinko mbawo manga ake abe pila mambi ni atwa mi dienche mika hielo ntu masa mawunga ekon ake atu awo heni mike boy tala ni wo mi ni ile tegbalo gbabo e bohun ba ohe mano hibene ni mike faipamo agbo aha mansebi ni wo funili wo che ame aga wo nyeme ni ambaye pepe afime wo nyeme ni chame tana me je togu ke afrawo ke tikabane ke bin fata ife mano hibene ni ke na fai shi beef alo miha meni brother me ngbe ne fe ake ami due to mambi brema tete meshe egnamo jinoni akayi Homowo te bijiro fe bijiro yega ka aye afie ye Teshie eye futa afio chije echun Homowo le eji tete lapa ke le eji tete lapa ke na peshi aboyo bijiro ke je la ke agbe ada chulao fe liye futa akayi afi chije nichu Omo Teshie ne jata eji lo humetu eba deni awo atade chu kenichu akenichu sha pepri ye Teshie nípa ẹ̀bùn abẹ́ akẹ́ ìsúngbò ṣe àfihàn agbèkùsùn yẹ Teshie lúfọ́ ní ọ̀nà ẹ̀jọ́ tí àmà kúkọ ní abẹ́wò níṣù tẹmọ abẹ́mi yàtà ní ọ̀kadà ní nàkùnlẹ̀ṣẹ̀ nùmáì ekwuekwete ní abìhìn kẹmbọ nsira yẹ màntẹlẹmù mẹ́rin tí a ọ̀kadà lẹ́ẹ̀ náà ń kẹ ọ̀jẹ́ efimọ̀ àmì yíkye kẹ àmì dìjì ànànìkẹ́ gbọmọ̀ náà fẹ́ yẹ fídíò mi afẹ́ àmì fata mẹ́rin fẹ́ gidigidi yẹ manjano sẹ ó tilẹ̀ yìí kẹjẹ bìrìmà gidigidi yóò ìbà kẹjì ààyè afi náà jí akẹ kẹmẹ lòjí akẹ kẹjì mẹ nu da ní abẹtúrọ da yàlẹ àgbà ahọ́nì kẹkẹ àtẹlẹ ẹpọ tẹ àtàṣe ní òmù ní ààlà òpèèpì ẹsẹ pẹpẹpẹ nùkẹnu bá pé lẹ ẹnẹ alo ná olè akẹ àbáfọ àkótókù nítorí àbáfọ àtẹlẹ nàkẹ bí àmì ilẹ akẹ kakra ló kòtí ló pẹ ìlọ kẹ akpọlọ trẹ lẹ àtàpẹ sani ìta ìbàlẹ tẹ nínú tún ìbà fata wọ ọmọ eléyìí lẹ agbẹnẹ pọsìmẹfẹ ní bí mẹ ní pọsìmẹfẹ bí mẹ níwò àtàdé tù ní ame fimo náà mi fimo kọjá kẹba nìkẹ pépè sọmọ náà akẹ náà gbẹ lèmi mẹ́rin lẹ̀ yọ akẹ́tẹ́sìn traditional council ẹ̀ wọ́n mi kẹ́ amúnáàlú fún ilẹ̀ akẹ́ mẹ́rin àlàní àmìhìrẹ́ kàǹtì kẹ̀kọ́tì kẹ̀tún bẹ̀ni aṣọ àpèpè rẹ̀ abẹ́tọ̀ nìkẹ́ abẹ́mìíràn bí atọ́ nìkẹ́ gbìmìnẹ́ sani mìíràn lẹ́ kẹ àmì ayé kẹdùnmù wọ́n mi kẹ́ ẹ̀kọ́ akẹ́ sani abọ́tẹ́ níbi àmì fítsọ́fítsọ́ ní amọ́mọ́ awúyè lọ́ọ̀ ní tùyàtúwìn ní abẹ́tàkà mẹ́ àhíyẹn lẹ́ kó ní lọ́ afẹ́ lọ́kọ́mọ́nù aha bambi bọ́láfì ní mmene lọ́ni wọ́n nà ní wọ́n sẹ́ moko aka na ekudọ́n agbẹnẹlẹ wọ́n mi pa anọ́lù lẹ fàáyé akẹ́ sàndé ní akáfẹ́ hòwòtí sàndé. Sani government efa committee of inquiry tóní abóte sani náà mi gbọ́dọ̀ fè ní ìrírí ní bá Teshie dáfilẹ ẹsẹ afọ kura. One way Bene, Mimike Faipamo, I have Teshie, fair ake. Sani wake, Sani Wakula say, ni Watrashi. Tony Wakanonisa, ni Afi. Tony Neke, Hebeji, and Nese Afokwa. Neha wake Mususha. Atao, Lani Sheshi, Afinena. Tony Wachu, Noni Sape. What afi? Ni male ayehi. Neha wake somo, Kekume Femo, Ayashi. Ake Mankume, Rimbi, Ejake. Boko Sanile, Boko Sanibi. Ke agbatu ipe. Ingbe Enano. Women Patesh me fair afai ake. Moni ko he video ni call gidigidi ni afe ye manjano. Tufo ni hode jo tie. Ekwe. Alo ole. Moni chotun ne ekwe. Alo ohin ni baye lo ni bale odase Wamude ni okia prisfue. Sani Teshie me fe ana ale ake. Ofe boni bokomi efu ehale. Egbe ni esu olashi. Ene yewo. Wome ni wohieka nene ine. Esa ni waha la ni akpata hie ne shoshi yakatwa. We sani wato efe ni wabato. Koni watu meni wala ene amene ahe owili. Shikome ekole ni ha meni no enyo abehime brie le po. Eku shi egokushi. Mo fe ni ba fi anupalele ba jiboke. Ye yuarun
Adafika lo nfa ni 5 yo. Agbene okobaya bro fu emi. Oni meri nuga amenu na ke ni ba mi ise nu fi o. Bring water.
a deep sense of sorrow that I appear before you this morning. Last week, the Teshie Homowo event, which has last week, the Teshie Homowo event, which has always been an occasion for joy and merrymaking, was turned into an arena for routing with offensive weapons, leading to the unfortunate death of 3 young men. This tragic event has thrown Teshie into the state of fear and panic and completely destroyed the charm and economic potentials of the entire Teshie Homowo Festival 2025. As traditional leaders, we share in the pain and grief of the bereaved family and hereby extend our deepest condolences to them. Once again, also, let us kindly rise on our feet to observe the 1-minute silence in honor of the departed souls. On behalf of the Teshie Traditional Council, I wish place it on the records that a few days before this tragic event, we picked a single of a planned mayhem in Teshie during the Homowo festival. We immediately wrote to alert the security agencies about these potential threats. The security services gave us the assurance that they were going to put adequate security measures in place to forestall the occurrence of any mayhem throughout the Homowo festival period. Based on this assurance, we sent out invitations to our patrons and families in Teshie, Lome, and other places to join us for the Pokwe and Mawala ceremonies. On the day of the feast, our guest visitors joined me in a very peaceful procession to sprinkle the Pokwe. Unfortunately, as we sat down to enjoy the feast of Pokwe with our guests, my palace was invaded by gunshots, volleys of stones, and shards of broken bottles. To add insult to injury, the very person who carried my Pokwe for the sprinkling ceremony came leaping into the palace with a bleeding gunshot wound into the palace with a bleeding gunshot wounds on his leg. I'm sure everybody here can imagine the shame and the embarrassment that I had to endure before my August visitors. I'm also sure that every Ghanaian in his right thinking senses, will dismiss the accusation that in my capacity as Teshie Paramount Chief, I hired the shameless infantry to mastermind an attack on my own subject, state manage shooting of my personal dish career, and also caused my rallies for fire live bullets into my palace to endanger the lives of my special guests. This accusation is very absurd, to say the least. Therefore, on behalf of my people and on my own behalf, I wish to render my unqualified apologies to the chiefs and people of Teshie, Lome, special invited guests, and the media for the traumatic experience caused them by the mayhem. It is no gainsaying the fact that from time immemorial, the Teshie Homowo Festival, being an occasion for joy and merrymaking, has always been celebrated in an all-white dressing. Tetelapa, which is the patron deity of Homowo, is always clad in white. Therefore, it is a taboo to appear in red, which is a symbol of war or danger during the Homowo festivities in Teshie, La, Lugwa, Tema, Po, Pampran, Ningo, etc. Contrary to tradition, a large contingent of militants trained in a red marched into town escorted by a large contingent of Okada riders wearing red headbands. Some of these people were captured by videos in the Homowo disturbances. Admittedly, minor disagreement may arise when people get intoxicated, leading to exchange of blows. However, during those heated moments, the people start to chant, Reeby, Teshie. There is free for all exchange of blows to the settle old scores. Then matter close. This is how far Homowo disputes can go, but certainly not the kind of violence that erupted during this year's Homowo celebration. Now, this is the multi-million-dollar question on the lips of all well-meaning Teshie to the Red Guard militants who started the disturbances. Where are your brothers? In the light of the foregoing, we hereby condemn in no uncertain terms the institutionalization of guns, cutlasses, cudgels, stones, and other offensive weapons into Teshie Homowo culture and traditional in recent times. We also condemned the senseless killing of innocent citizens in cold blood during the cocoa sprinkling episode in Teshie. We further demand that the security agencies must take up the matter as a high-profile homicide case in order to bring the culprits to book without any fear or favor presence. We appeal to all Teshie to let the pain of these tragic murders be a social glue that will bind us together as one people with a common destiny. Let all well-meaning Teshie come together to search and identify the brains behind these senseless killings and deal with them without fear or favor. We further make a passionate appeal to any person who may be in possession of any facts, documents, video, or information in connection with the tragic event to surrender such evidence to the police to assist them with the investigation into the matter. We at the Teshie Traditional Council believes firmly that no matter the circumstances, nobody has the right to shed innocent blood. Therefore, those of us who are alive today must do everything in our power to name and shame any culprit that is found to play a role in the August 26th murder case at Teshie. Let all Teshie, especially the bereaved families, be rest assured that the institution of state will not rest until the killers are found and brought to book. Long live Teshie. Thank you.
Please, if you have any questions, you may direct the questions now. We call it Sunday Kubino, no call it plan, very. I'm sure the absence of any hand for questions means the issue has been adequately ventilated. That being the case, we'll bring, yes, over and journalists. That being the case, we'll bring the curtain down on this press conference and charge you as gallant soldiers of the media to go and preach the good news. He who has ears, let them hear. Thank you very much. Bibiane afọ amawala rone nto me ke afe logo aha wekue afa ke na afa baba bibiane council e break what is domo si obaba October ko oba mo bona ke afe fotro aha ne ke domene ni oba pa amalo fu afai ke agbene who in New York, na me yo ke kwa oni mo fe mo ke loko awu fotone ona fi ani agemi ka me bi ko be ni afu e na nya kwa ma ka ti ni ame wa le ba shi ki ene afisa ni ni ajibo fo adi iwo ni akabete la chamo here ame yegemi woja abu sesi dani abani abu ame ni tu kamera fi
ni
wo Teshie kage be babao de wo Teshie kage be babao de ka ya fi ni ona kage bi fo ba yi gbemila ke peuple chamu ala gbemi asan peuple non le suele Ibrahim adifinu ni bebi ke ake police foi lo amra lo foi ibamane mi sani ko dogban ko ni ake me ni le kufu ke bejanu to ni o ma mi aba shika ke me ni le ko sumo e ba e ke ka ma fa na le ko pe e fe to mo ni e ya de fule e ja ke wona ke ake aya ma njoshi na ya ma njoshi ake ma jan ke me ake wa yu e no wota shi ke wona ke ake njoshi ne iba waka ake be ko le ho e ake asa pasimona enu ake soja woshu mi hu woshu soja woshu mi hu woshu ehi na samu ake amoka aba ehi na samu ke aka ba sa fie na gbe mi no mo ni e ba le ehi e ba fi na kan e ga ke tete shima bulu ba na me ka me shifa ame se tu gbe wo ba pa amalo fu afai ke pa ba je kutu enshi na me ke asa na sani ko be chika je kutu enshi na ke wa pete na gbe na eti oha mo ke na gba e ha kutu fi lo e wo ba pa me fai ame ko bode mo ko ni akekwashi lo awi ni awu amenga ko ni ame shi ban di o mi mo he be ne ni mahaga na ma bi fe ali aka bi ane ano e Teshie no mo esefu ma ni kan di wo mo fe mo aba ni ba ko e ni se ne hogba na fa kwa e na pa ka wo lu lo ko aka me ne ka se fu lo me ne ka yile ida ke passion le de ke wo amehe wo shi aka mo ka mo bo e le owo le manwi wo pa mambi ke gana bi fan fai titi e no ne ba wo pa me fai o sira ke ne ba ji agadi e wo ma mi kan mo fo ba ni ba o ni ra don
ni o fa to ma bia ke bepi wo gadang bishbone wana ke sha Homowo dani na kama jani bi ne wonu oyi je Teshie pe ekote no yosu ekote no ye isotu etone ya epi ni kemi ngota mini poti ni ha ne me ba ni mina fio ke china kan bi na ni ibadon fa ni wa yeshiba
o di shishi wo wi ake blema ke blema be ka ashipa anu ka ya fi anu shi anu nu ka mu atomo ni pa won ake 30 enu ake kakra no shi wo ke abremkuma abakuma wo yo awusa men ke boy ni be ni here ke tu ni na me ke yo awuye yo wa pa close foi ke security bi afai ake ame bomode ni ne ke langa issues ne agie o thing wo na ni ko. All that I'm saying is that I'm giving assurance to the whole Ghanaian community that after last Tuesday problem, there is quiet in town. The town is calm and there is no cause for alarm. So we are asking all would-be tourists and people who want to come and enjoy our hospitality that there is no cause for alarm. They should come. And I just want to comment a little bit about an interlocutory injunction that was imposed on Teshie. It is our position that whenever any appointee, be policeman, be a local government agent or something, is appointed into office, care should be taken to find out whether the person is abreast with the customs and traditions of the area. Because certainly, when there is the festival, the only problematic days are the ban on drumming and dancing, and then the Kokoi springing events. Therefore, those events have passed, and since then, absolute calm has been restored. It is really very difficult to try and prevent the machine. Any person who tries to stop the machine will rather complicate matters, because the people will not succumb to the stopping, and it might result in more death. What we have to do is to use diplomacy and persuasion to persuade the groups to be well behaved, so that no untoward incident could occur. We are left with only 1 day to go, and we cannot stop it in the middle of the festivities. Customarily, if this ban has been pulled before the start of the festivities, that will hold. But as custodians of the land, the deities and the ancestors will not spare us if we do not fully consummate what has been started. Therefore, we are making a passionate appeal to the security agencies to think through again any plans to put a hold on the Pashimo ceremony, because it might not end well. Thank you.
Ofane mabi ekunwake nini tenone wala aka menko egbogwe ani amomoko ni ka moko moko we mina fi ona ka ba mo me ni fi na kama jani bi ne.
You are asking me to speculate or to do the work of the security services. The matter is in their hands. I know they have the capabilities to do what is needful. I know with time, the culprits will be identified and brought to book and punished accordingly. That is not true. It is not true. A bemi akamanche be afiyelimi. Teshie manche le Teshie le no di odamewuro. Ni kusuwe eta eshuonu. Bele di moni kafake onupa eni o ma mi efe ka ha mi gazette la ha ka biga ha. The regional house of chiefs, the national house of chiefs, in my own pole akemadia keme niki manteme ni wa madia mi ame po kusun ke began tuna. Simply put, the regional house of chiefs for the Greater Accra region and the National House of Chiefs have issued a circular. This circular states in black and white that the paramount chiefs are the principal custodians of the cultures and traditions of their divisional areas. Teba le tene ni mantelo na ka keka afenu ko mami ko e loko e. Ibeni meni yo amele duro te ga mele ku. Yeradon.
Odeya mi manche mamimba. Ingani awola wo bo she won bo she.